crafters. Welcome to Stampin' Crafty with Carolyn. My name is Carolyn Levitsky and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. And guess what? This is my third video that I'm making. I'm very excited about this. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you make yourself comfortable and just watch me do the work, okay? Work, this isn't work, it's a wonderful job. Today we're going to make a very pretty and elegant sympathy card. The bottom is made with the designer series paper True Love. And when you open it up, you'll see the same paper, a little strip of it on the bottom to just finish that card up. So I thought today we would make the same card, but perhaps use the True Love Designer Series paper, but change the design that is on the paper, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down. I'll see you in a little bit. Well, I'm going to bring in my cutting trimmer because we're going to cut some paper. And I need to put my glasses on or else I'm blind as a bat when coming to do this. I love my trimmer. If you notice, I took a strip of white cardstock. I cut it in a small 1/4 inch piece, and I ran it down the side of the ruler so that it's easier to see the numbers on the ruler as you're cutting. Just makes things simpler for you. So our basic white, our card base, is going to be cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and of course already is 8.5 inches wide. So now we're going to score it at 4.25, and we would use our scoring tool, which is the lighter shade of brown. It's sort of a beige shade, and the cutting blade, which is the darker shade of brown. And we're going to cut it at 4.25. Actually, we scored it. Now I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to give it a good crease and put it aside. We also need to do a basic white, cut some more basic white cardstock at 5.25 by 4 inches. So we'll do that. 5.25. And this is for the inside of the card. And I'll put that with the base. Now for the outside, that is going to sit on top of the white base, we're going to use the basic black cardstock. And it's cut at 5.25. Let's lift that up a little bit. 5.25 by 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this blade right down to the 4-inch mark and pick it up. No sense in wasting all that cardstock, right? And now we're going to cut it at 4 inches. And there we have the top for our card. Now this is the designer paper, the True Love designer paper that I chose to do this card with. And at the end I'll show them both together and you can tell me which one you like the best. This piece is going to be cut 5 inches by 1 3/4. And we could just take this right down to to the 1 3/4 mark that's on my ruler. Then turn it around. Got to turn it upside down and cut your 1 3/4 mark. Right down to the 5 on the ruler, and look at that. It just comes off nice and easy. As long as we have this out, I'm going to cut a strip that is about 1/4 inch wide and 6 3/4 inches long. So I'm going to start at the 6 3/4 inches long and run it up. And then we just have a little cutting to do here. Just a little piece for the inside of the card. We need to grab our basic white again because we need to cut a couple of small pieces for the top of the card. And we're going to cut one piece 2 inches, 2 inches by 2 7/8. So 2 7/8. What you do with this ruler is you count every other line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That would be 7/8. And we have to cut it 2 inches. Now we need a 2 by 2 inch slice. Simple. Okay. I do believe we've had all of our pieces cut now. And I'm going to put my trimmer away, just off to the side. We need to take this black cardstock, which is going to sit atop of the base, and we're just going to take and see how things look here. So that we get an idea as to where we're going to sit, everything's going to sit. That looks good. We're going to take our tape runner, to get this started. It's so easy to just take it and run it on your silicone craft sheet. There we go. It's very strong tape. And if you find that the tape is going to the outside and may show, just take it and push it back. We don't want that showing. Line it up with the sheet underneath, the designer paper underneath, and just rub it down. Okay, let's see. I think the trick to this is holding it more upright. Oh, it's running good now. You just need to practice with it. At least that's what I was told, and I had practice with it. And don't seem to be having that much trouble. Tell you what, for this piece I do need to use my grid paper. I am challenged when it comes to putting things on straight. That looks good. Alright, before we put it onto the base, I think we're going to do our stamping. And I'm going to bring in my double oval stamp. And I'm not going to do, this is a lovely stamp because you can get a top that sits on the larger bottom. Let's see if this sheet will fit in here. Yes, that fits just well. All you do is put your paper in and punch. Now I should show you the two punches. There you go. You just punch. Now you would have a lovely little label. I will edit that. Alright, but I'm only using one side. So I'm going to use my Momento black. And I have a saying, my thoughts are with you. So I'm just going to put that right on there. And again, I'm going to use my grid paper to line things up. My thoughts are with you. And I'm going to stamp. And when you stamp, it's a good idea to hold it down for a few seconds because the stamp looks so much better, you see? And I plan on putting this on dimensionals. So we'll put that over to the side there. And we need to clean up our stamp. Always clean your stamps. They live a lot longer if you take good care of them. Alright, the next thing I'm going to stamp is this larger piece. Now that particular stamp, my thoughts are with you. It's from the prized peony bundle. And these stamps that I'm using next are from the Painted Poppies bundle. And you don't have to just use all stamps from the same bundle. You can mix and match. There's nothing that says you cannot. And thank goodness I have these clear blocks because I could see exactly where this is going to go. And then we'll just press it down, hold it for a couple of seconds. And there you go. Let's clean that up a little bit. And the chamois works quite well also. Now I've got the little flower from the Painted Poppies. And I'm gonna make sure I get some ink all over the whole thing. And we're going to stamp it once. Or 1.5. Now let's close up this pad and get rid of it. And again, I think I'm just going to choose one flower, perhaps this one. I got a little ink up in here, but we'll put our bow up there. I think for me that says eventually the sun will come out again and you'll find a way to get through this. And that's it. Brings a little color to it, I think. Alright, now all we have to do is put this on the front. And before we do that, why don't we attach the inside of the card. And before we put that on, we also have to put a little strip on this. So we'll do that now. Just take this, bend the side down, and you could just measure it by eye. Then fold the other side in, and there you have it. And now we can put this on the inside of the card. Again, I have trouble getting things straight, but that looks good. There you go. You see that? Now we'll just attach this to the card base. Oops. I should always remember to use my Silicone Craft Mat because I don't want my work area to be sticky or tacky. Well, we gotta move that over a little bit if we can. Do a little card surgery here. And perhaps we'll just start at the top and make the sides straight and bring it down. Okay, so far that's our card. Alright, now let's put on a pretty bow at the top. I think we'll just make a knot bow. We're not going to make a full bow. So I have this glittered organdy ribbon, and it truly does glitter. It's lovely. It is from Stampin' Up. Everything I'm using is from Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to tie it like that and run that through and then pull it. Well, actually I've made a bow. So, but if we were going to make a knot bow, it would be a little different. But since I had it started, I figured, why not? And just fuss with it, get it to the point where the little rabbit ears are kind of the same size. Take your paper snips and just snip them off a little bit. And now we can use a glue dot. And my pick tool is wonderful for putting glue dots on. Put that on the back. And look at that, we're gonna just get rid of that little smudge. They won't even know it's there. Okay, and we also have our label. And we need to use, we're going to elevate it with dimensionals. And I think I'll put 3 on. One in the center so as it goes through the mail it doesn't get squished. And let's get this centered. As long as you can see me, should go right about there, I'd say. And press down, and that's our card. I think it's very elegant, very pretty. I also like this one. Maybe you can send me a comment and let me know which one you like. I think they're both beautiful and both very elegant. I just got a little glue on my card and had to use my glue eraser. So, crafters, that's it for today's video. Again, I'm very excited because it's my third video and I feel more relaxed. And I do hope that you will push the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this and ring the bell. Please, I need your help. I need to get started with YouTube and I need to get a rating. I thank you so much for your patience and your time. You have a great day. Bye now.